So today we're back. We are doing a book review, like in-depth review. So the last video that I uploaded, I was telling y'all about kind of what I was going to do, but now I'm actually going to go in-depth on the series I just finished. The Red Queen series, there's quite a few of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read the summary for each one.
Okay, so I actually decided I only read the first book description because if I continued reading all of them, I would eventually spoil the whole series for you. So just to put it out there, I'm only reading the first book like description, and then I'm going to put a spoiler warning for everyone as I go deep into the review.
And then at the end, I'm going to go into a few questions. If you are deciding to read this series, I will put something up so that you don't watch it, and I'll put, like, from here on out, don't continue, because I don't want to ruin it for you, but also I have a lot to say about this series. Okay, so let's start with The Red Queen, which came out in 2015. Love that. I was 15. Okay. Also, I'm going to say Barrow. If it's Barrow, I'm so sorry, but that's just how I pronounced it when I was reading it in my mind. So, Red Queen. It said, Mayor Barrow's world is divided by blood. Those with red and those with silver, Mayor and her family are lowly reds, destined to serve the silver elite, whose supernatural abilities make them nearly gods. Mayor steals what she can to help her family survive, but when her best friend is conscripted into the army, she gambles everything to win his freedom. A twist of fate leads her to the royal palace itself, where, in front of the king and all his nobles, she discovers a power of her own. An ability that she didn't know she had, except her blood is red. Okay, so I'm only gonna read half of it because it's a lot and I don't want to bore y'all. Literally, this first book was so good. It says power is a dangerous game, and I completely agree. Let me just tell y'all my overview of the series and why I think you should read it. If you are a fantasy lover and you love books like Twilight, Harry Potter, Maximum Ride, I highly recommend it. Those are books I stride more towards. Honestly, you don't want to put the book down. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know some people don't, but again, it's your preference, what kind of books you decide you like. It took me about a week. Actually, I think a week and a day to finish the series. One with work, and then two, I would get so mad I would like punch the air because I was like, no. But yeah. But I highly recommend it. I think, again, if you love fantasy, if you're a hopeless romantic like myself, I think it's a good series. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you check out my Instagram, Taya Dene Reads, I go through and rate each of the book of the series and feature my favorite quote from each book. Okay, so this is where spoilers will start. I have a few book review questions just to kind of get us going so that y'all can see if you are not going to read the series or if you've already read it, this will be good for us because, you know, on the same level. Okay, so I have a couple book review questions. What did you like best about the book? And I'm going to do this for each book. What I liked the best about this book was, I guess, the main character, Mare. She didn't see herself as special. She thought herself ordinary. She thought herself below her sister. She thought herself unworthy almost. And I kind of related to her in like everyday life. There's always someone better. You know, you always second guess yourself. You want to be up there. And I really loved how she found something special about herself, and that, you know, she probably would have never found if Cal hadn't gotten her job at the palace. This book, The Glass Sword, my favorite part was how they were recruiting the New Bloods. I just thought that was so cool, and it reminded me of Harry Potter, and that whenever they did Dumbledore's army, they didn't really recruit because people, you know, well, they kind of did, but you know what I mean. So I really liked that part. I loved how they did all that. And the romance. Girl, King's Cage. My favorite part, really bad spoiler, is when Mare and Cal reunite. I mean, the whole battle, did not see that coming, you know, did not see that coming. And then the cousin controlling Cal's mind, or really both of their minds to like kill each other. Didn't see that, but that was really good. That was my favorite part. War Storm, probably my favorite part was seeing Evangeline's, her character like develop a lot more, and seeing like a real side of her, and not the mean side. Like, she's actually a decent person. I mean, everyone has their flaws, but okay, what did you like least about the book? Red Queen, there wasn't necessarily anything I disliked about this book. I mean, the end, the betrayal with Maven threw me off. Was not prepared. So that would probably be the thing I least liked about it, but it's a really good book. So Glass Sword, I think we all know when she surrenders, like, girl, What are you doing? No. But I mean, she had to. King's Cage. Not even gonna lie, this is my least favorite book. I did not like how she was a prisoner for over 300 pages. I think it was like 347. I mean, it's still interesting. It's not a not interesting book, but it kind of reminded me of Twilight New Moon, how she's not with Edward, and it's just kind of boring. It wasn't a boring book. I was ready for Cal to save her, so I was already over it. War Storm. Don't even get me started, okay? Don't even get me started. The ending. It was not a bad ending. I'm just a hopeless romantic, so I thought it would have ended differently. I literally, when I ended the book, I literally punched the air. I'm still very passionate about it. I literally had a discussion with my mom, with some of my coworkers at work, because I was like, I'm heated. Like, it should have ended differently. They should have ended up like, you know, I mean, they ended up together, but like not. They needed time. But I wanted them to like go off in the sunset together, like walk away together. They didn't do that. It's just me. It's just me. Okay, I kind of answered this next question, but it says, what other books did this remind you of? Little bits and pieces reminded me of Harry Potter, which I mean, I love Harry Potter, so. Like the recruiting, Dumbledore's army, Maven, the bad guy, Voldemort, the bad guy, Mare, kind of like Harry Potter, main character, she's striving to get rid of him so that all that evilness is gone in the war, you know, the war, Hogwarts war, you know what I mean? I think that's it, because I haven't read the Maximum Ride series in probably 3 years, so I don't remember a lot of it, so that's the book it reminds me of. Which characters in the book did you like the best? I love Mare. I love her development over the books and her truly finding herself and not letting the world destroy her. I love that about her. Yeah, I mean, she's probably my favorite. My least favorite was Maven. Maven all the way. I was super upset with his betrayal in the first book. I was just like, come on, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I really thought he would change, and I think it was in the fourth book when Cal really thought that they could change Maven from the way his mom like messed with his mind. I really thought they would actually do that. Didn't happen. Don't like him. Share a favorite quote from the book. Why did this quote stand out to you? Actually, I have one. I just posted it actually on my book Instagram. Here, let me pull it up. So it's this one. If I am a sword, I'm a sword made of glass, and I feel myself beginning to shatter. If that does not describe Mare completely, I don't know what else does. The whole series, she's so worried about all of this evil, all of the death, all of the killing's gonna destroy her basically. And it just shows how like, almost like not scared she is, but how fragile she's feeling in the moment. And it's so cool to see at the very end, like she overcomes that and she knows that she's not gonna turn evil. So I think definitely that's my favorite quote. Would I read another book by the author? Why or why not? Honestly, probably not. Not saying she's a bad author. I loved the series, but I am a hopeless romantic, and this book, the ending just was not for a hopeless romantic. If she comes out with another series similar, not, you know, not obviously the Red Queen, but a different series, I will probably read it. Actually, you know what? Yes, I would read another book by her. I'm just, again, hopeless romantic. I need to get over it sometimes. But yes, I guess I would. What feelings did this book evoke for you? Girl, anger, okay? There was just so much betrayal that I would literally close the book and punch the air. You think I'm joking? No. Whenever, what part was it? When Cal betrayed her, I closed the book, I went and looked at my mirror and I started punching the air. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna beat him up. Like, I want to fight him. Like, I was so upset. I was so upset. Like, do you feel me? Am I the only one that does that? Like, I didn't even cry. I was so mad at Cal and the fact that he would actually take his throne back that I wanted to punch him. I literally was like, if I was mayor, I'd punch him right now. I would go through this book, bam, bam. Easy as peasy. Easy peasy, easy peasy. That's the feelings it evoked for me. But I did enjoy it. I mean, it was a really good series. But those little moments, and Maven, I'm gonna punch him in the face. But yeah, so what questions do you still have? I want to know, did Cal and Mare actually end up together? Like, I mean, I know there is a 5th book. It's called Broken Throne that you can read. I actually have it, but I don't want to read it right now because I'm still hung up on the ending of War Storm. But I want to know, did they end up together? Do they have kids together? What does... I forgot the kingdom, not the kingdom. I forgot the places they were at the very end. Here, let me pull it up. I guess Paradise Valley? I don't know, wherever, Montfort? I don't know, wherever they ended up. I want to know what it looks like now. So that is my book review over the series. Don't worry, I'm going to put a spoiler warning just because if someone decides to read the book, I don't want to ruin it. This review is definitely more for people who've already read it, who don't really think that they'll read it, but they want to know kind of what happened. I highly recommend it. My ratings for the book, I gave Red Queen a 5 out of 5. Love her. I gave Glass Sword a 4.3 out of 5, only because I don't think it deserved a 5. I gave King's Cage a 4 out of 5, solely because she was a prisoner for 347 pages out of the whole book, and there's 444. Warstorm, 5 out of 5. It was such a good book. The turns and stuff you don't even see coming, like, I'm a child in a candy shop right now. That's what I think about that series. Let me know if y'all like these kind of videos. But yes, if y'all like these videos, please let me know. If you want to keep updated with what I'm reading, check out my Instagram, Taya Danae Reads. I will see you on the next one.